Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, to CORSAIR Rising Champs. And today is the grand finale between Team Mahi versus GodLike Esports, where both the team has dominated over the last four maps that we have seen. And finally, we are stepping down on the last map of the Pro League series, which will determine its winner, whether it's going to be GodLike Esports or Team Mahi. Now, Team Mahi, we know that this is the dominating team in all, not only just in India, but as one of the dominating team in the C region as well. And facing off against a team like GodLike Esports,
Ooh.
who is a new team. And look at GodLike Hervan's coming in with an Astra. Not to forget that Astra is allowed in this tournament, and Hervan picking up this agent is just gonna spice things up as we're gonna see some amazing galaxy-minded player that is gonna come in from GodLike Esports. Now, what do you think? Is it a throw from GodLike Esports with picking up Astra, or is it actually something that Team Mahi wouldn't expect will happen?
Yeah, I feel like when you are on your last map and you have been showing such dominating performance to, I would just say, to these players of Team Mahi, why go in for the Astra pick? Have they prepared their strats? Have they done their homework? And the real question is that the risk they really want to take after a long day of matches after matches and 4 matches being completed? The last map to decide who is going to be the winner of that 1 lakh INR prize pool. Is this really what they want to go in for? That's the real question. But now the game can't be reset, and there it is. The first round has started. There's no way that Astra can be taken back now. No resets, no overdues, as it is going to be a quick push coming in from all the players. But okay then. I see that. Good stuff, good utility usage as well, and that is going to be a very quick push coming in. Now, Astra's, I would just say her utility is so helpful in certain rounds. Now look at Hella's positioning. It's so perfect. Right to ace now. Being very careful, but there it is. Hella landing the first kill in the round onto Heaven. The man advantage is good, and it's going to be even better as GodLike are now going to have to deal with a really tough situation. No smoker on their side. It's looking a little dire, but the flashes on the board right now are just so daunting, as there really is no answer to the wrath that GodLike Esports has been presenting with Team Mahi, just coming out on top in this situation, as Right to Ace will be taking him out of the server. And there it is, everybody getting a nice hefty amount of kills, and this is going to be the first round coming in for Team Mahi.
A first round and also a team ace coming in from Team Mahi, where we can see each and every single player of Team Mahi managed to get 1 kill, leaving off GodLike Esports in a very tough situation where Deathmaker will again go in for a ghost spy with a half armor. Now, it doesn't really matter if it's a second round or first round or third round. It doesn't really matter for Deathmaker because he always prefer the ghost over the spectre because he knows he can do a dirty, amazing job with that gun itself. And looks like it's gonna be
it looks, yeah. The mid contest is good, and it's a great idea, especially in situations like this, whereas Whitehorse will get taken out of the server really early out into the round. A flurry of trades coming out onto the board as well. Now it seems as though there's only 2 players standing for GodLike Esports, and they're going to be in a very sticky situation, which has boiled down essentially to just a 1v5. Hevan now using an astral form right in towards the entrance of sewers. But Excali checking each angle carefully. The right click is perfect, and it's going to be even better, especially when she uses that utility to completely block off anybody playing there. Good fake smoke coming in over there as well. The astral form can be utilized yet again, but I will just say one thing. Every time I've played a little bit with Astra, and every time I go into that that mode of putting your astral forms down onto the site, it just feels so scary. You can't hear anything. All the noise is dampened around you, and it just seems like you're just in this I would just say in this thought running through your head constantly. Oh my god, what if I get shot in the back? The peak. It's good, but the intel is not going to be enough to make enough damage. As he does spot out the battle, it is going to be right to 8, shutting him down.
It's got a nice try coming in from Heaven. Not really able to do a lot of stuff as he's gonna get killed by a rank 2A is holding off heaven side at a really weird angle. That is the rafters, which not a lot of people expect to be sitting there. Mike has been there with Chevy. Now, like I say, a breach in the opponent is what you don't want to have. And not to forget, the split is a heavily defender-sided map, so I guess it is an advantage for Team Mahi to start off with a defending side.
Yep. Now, as the players are pushing in towards the B mains, no sort of aggression into its A side, just a little bit of a sound cue of the turret, and that's about it. E side being mostly left over towards the retake. The double sentinel play is what I really like to see from Team Mahi, because they are starting on the defense side. They had the upper hand in the situation as well, and it is perfect. And we can assume that Team Mahi has the opportunity here to really pull this map out into their favor, but we can't say that because the map has just started, and so has the reckoning. They are in this map and they are excited and they're pumped up, as it's going to be Deathmaker pushing out towards the rafters area while CT has been completely blocked off. Right to Ace going under the shadows, not making a single sound, as he will be giving that sound cue away of the shrouded steps. Good smoke coming in, as it will be a fake smoke actually. So for all the people who don't know, Astra actually can just pull back her astral forms, which does pop into a smoke that lasts for a couple of seconds and then gets pulled back in. Now, a really tough situation, as it is going to be instant shutdowns coming all across the board, as it's going to be Excali now in a really tough situation. The grenade to push him out of the positioning, and it's going to be a nice round coming in for Team Mahi.
A nice round, as well as the score difference of 3-0. And I think GodLike Esports must have to do something in order to the teabags coming in. The BM King has done his job by disrespecting the players, by teabagging them. Now, this has to be something that should get on the nerves of GodLike Esports, and they cannot just sit there quiet. They need to pick up the rounds on their behalf to reply what is going on, because as we have seen the potential that GodLike Esports has, and I think it is still possible. And look at Ivan setting up the site for the team, and this is exactly what you were talking about. You can't hear anything. The voice is so damn. You can't really hear any audio around you, so you wouldn't even know if there's someone actually walking around. You'd still be clueless about it. But look at this.
Well, this sort of a push coming in from Deathmaker might just cost him the round, but Antidote missing that shot might have just been the worst mistake of his life, as he will get pushed out of that positioning. Nevertheless, it is two players setting out onto a bomb site, as it's going to be a quick push coming in from Heaven, but it's going to be a real sudden death coming in for all these players, and there's really nothing he can do, as it is going to be Antidote still staying strong on site, getting 3 beautiful kills in it for the fourth, and nope, Chivis will be taking him out, but the magazine runs dry in the wrong time, and it's going to be 4 rounds coming in for Team Mahi.
It is kind of looking a rather hopeless coming in from GodLike Esports, because like I said, it's a very defender heavy sided map, and knowing Team Mahi being one of the best team out there, so they won't try to leave a single round towards GodLike Esports. They won't actually try to give out any single round to them, because that is gonna what will give them the momentum. But a momentum break is what GodLike Esports needs right now if they are hoping for any chance to stand against. And look at Flex finding a very beautiful kill against Antidote. Man disadvantage coming in. That is what exactly GodLike Esports needs, and this is what might be the pickup phase. Flex getting another kill.
The peak is perfect, and so is the third kill coming in for Flex as he rushes down towards the bomb site. Now, it is Flex making the impact this round, but pushing through the smoke might just be a very, very dangerous choice. He will still continue to do it as he hoists himself towards a different area. 2v5 clutch situation, and Team Mahi, I mean, you've got to go in for the save over there. You can't do much. 5 players with 3 of them having their ults? Yeah, I don't think that's going to work out for you. But really, I'm excited to see how Astra is going to be using her divide, her, I'm not entirely sure remember what it's called, but it's the Yeah, the Cosmic Divide. Sorry, yeah. So the Cosmic Divide. I'm really interested to see how Heaven uses that on the map of Split.
Indeed, I am actually wondering what to do, especially when you can cut off the post-plant situation. Flex is finally getting shut down by Helip, who has been the killing machine since the beginning of this particular round, securing 3 kills for the team as well as the round victory for GodLike Esports. This will be taken down by Helip at the very last moment. Flex does have a lot of money to work around with, and he has no problem in buying those Vandals. Looking at Heaven again. Setting up the traps is what I like to call.
Turret out.
Might as well give them another entry towards the site.
Yep.
As the stars will come down in sight, and there is a possibility that these people won't be expecting you. You can see a triangle formation on the map.
An interesting set of utility used down to its B bomb side. They do not have a save, so I could, and there it is. That's the Cosmic Divide that I was talking about. This was what I was scared about as well. You can't hear anything, and that peek coming in from Amaterasu has just cost the man advantage to come into the favor of Team GodLike Esports. But there it is. The Cosmic Divide is so good. Just you can't wall bang that wall right to ace. You can't do anything. It is just a complete wall of destruction. And there it is, Heaven bringing back his astral forms to utilize it in the dire of moments in after-plan situations. A 3v5 clutch situation, as right away he will be preparing himself, but pulling out the astral form in the wrong timing might just cost them the round, but Deathmaker is there for the rescue. What an amazing round coming in for Team GodLike Esports.
A flawless round indeed from GodLike Esports, and I was at the edge of my seat because I thought that is probably the death of Heaven right there.
Yep.
If only Amaterasu peeked just a few more pixels ahead, could have probably spotted, but that is what's going to cost him, as well as Deathmaker's got to stand on the opposite side, just ready to protect his teammate, not going to let anything happen. And we can see how Heaven is going in for a setup for an A execution. Gonna be very tough. As we can see, they don't really have a lot to work on out with. But, oh,
well, there it is. There is the reckoning of a machine that we call Deathmaker, as he gets 2 beautiful kills in the round. And it seems as though Team Mahi really can't do much right now. It is going to be a 3v4 clutch situation for them as they reallocate themselves towards the ramp positioning. Now Heaven all alone here. He will manage to somehow get the first kill as well as the second, and he's in it for the third, but ooh, hell eh. Okay then, I see you with your one taps. He will somehow manage to get shot down by Whitehorse, and what a round coming in for GodLike Esports.
Chevy picking up Helip's Sheriff. If I was there, and I would be like, let me just take this as a token of something that Helip has done. Getting those one taps is not really easy, especially when you know that enemy is quite aware of your position hiding over there. You really don't just expect someone to just one tap someone with a Sheriff just like that. An antidote now is coming in with the operator buy. This is something that will be worth watching, especially when we are seeing antidote not being able to perform a lot with the operator, but he did amazing job with the rifles for the past few rounds.
Yep. This is where the lockdown comes into effect as well. The lockdown is going to be so useful, but the anti-lockdown is also going to be used as well. So 2 lockdowns going up against each other. Who is going to be the one standing this one out? That's just the real question here. Now the entire B bomb side push has been stopped and put to a halt as the wall goes up at the same time as well. This is very difficult, very hard to deal with. But this push is still having an opportunity, and they don't want to give up on it just yet. The astral forms, though, have been used, and there it is. Deathmaker shuts down not only one, but he has the opportunity for the second one, as well as Amaterasu will get the trades out onto the board. Flex, on the other hand, and go get the spike planted, but as he's blind at the bat, there really is nothing he can do, and there it is. Flex somehow managing to escape that beautiful Reese ultimate, but still, it's going to be 5 rounds coming in for Team Mahi.
5 rounds coming in towards Team Mahi, as well as going towards the positive side of the first half, where you don't really have to worry about much of the second half now. Like I said, it's a defender-sided map. It is going to be easy to take up the pace on the defender side. So I'm guessing that GodLike Esports might as well use the same energy what Team Mahi is doing against them. Looks like there's going to be an ult coming up for the
Careful there.
Be Heaven.
Yep, that ult is going to be pretty influential, but once the mid control has been taken care of, that's when the ultimate will come to use, and that's really when Deathmaker can shine and cause so much of havoc. But the wall is even better, and so is the ultimate, as it will push back anybody who wanted to take control. Good stuff coming in from Deathmaker, but he has to still manage with a lot of angles that are going to be going unchecked, and that was one of them, as it's going to be Excali getting instant traded out. Hevan, on the other hand, will be getting another kill for himself, as it is going to be boiling down to a 1v3 clutch situation. Shivy does recover the spike, and the spot has been compromised by Antidote, but Shivy, so quick on the trigger finger, will be taking him out of the server.
1v2. I really thought that Antidote has it under his sleeve, as he could have done a lot of plays right there, especially what we have known Antidote's gameplay in this particular tournament, where we have seen amazing gameplay pulling out of his sleeve and his bucket, where he have wrecked the opponent team. It doesn't really matter how many enemies were there, but Antidote losing that round is gonna cause the team a little bit of economic damage, where we can see right to Ace and Amaterasu is going in with a Spectre buy, while the rest is sticking with a pistol and shell.
Well, there it is. Very quick executions coming in from all these players, but this is what's really concerning to me right now, as it is going to be Excali making the first point of contact in the round, and instant trades come out onto the board here, as Helif will get tagged up by the nades as well, and there it is. That is what I did not expect GodLike to be looking like. Even after losing the first few initial rounds, they have come back stronger than ever, and they are showing that they are in it to win it, and I believe them right now. I am convinced, but is the chat convinced? And that's the real question. Are the viewers convinced? Because if you want to show love and support to your team, make sure that you are spamming the name in the chat, and that is what's going to give them the power to keep pushing through. Now it is going to be right to Ace in towards Ali. Will get spotted out as well, but no shots connecting in from Blex's at end of the ordeal. On the other hand, it is going to be a quick swing coming in from both the players of GodLike Esports, and a 5-5 equalization of scoreline.
Excali is sitting on a score of 11-6, looking completely different Excali from the last map, where he was down there, sitting somewhere down there. Could not really perform a lot. Excali looks a really positive side, and he's looking the regular Excali that we know, and we have loved the Excali that has been playing for so long. But it doesn't really matter, because on the defense side, you have to do something. It doesn't really matter if you're sitting on the top of the scoreboard. It's a team performance that matters at this point of time. And Excali going in for an aggressive peek. If he dies over there, it might be a huge loss for Team Mahi, since he is...
Oh, very aggressive though. Look at that. One kill, but it's going to be the Cosmic Divide coming into the play here, as the players decide to still push in through aggressively towards that Cosmic Divide. Right to Ace's positioning is good, but it can be better, but he will somehow manage to get only one kill from this. The player is low on HP, and it really is looking a little tiresome, as it's going to be Amaterasu on the other end of the ordeal. Two players in towards, one player on the site playing around the pillar, the other playing backside, and it's going to be Breach now playing in towards B main with his flashes. So this can be a potential sort of a advantage coming in for him. But look at Amaterasu, he's so careful, and there it is, the careful, it's just even so dominating, but with 3 HP, you can't do much, and Helif will be taking him out of the server. 6-5, what is an acceptable scoreline right now on the map of Split, Jelly?
Well, if you're starting off with the map in the defense side, what else is like as much rounds as possible? You should always try. On the defender side, you should always try to keep it more than the attacking side, because like I said all the time, and I don't know how many of you out there will agree with me, that this map is indeed a defender-sided map, because like other maps go in for a horizontal gameplay, but this is the map that plays mostly a vertical gameplay. Not only just heavens, but there are a couple of higher mid as well as A heaven, B heaven. There's so many places that are above you that you need to worry about. That like that. Oh, and he was missing that shot. Might be costing.
Yep. It might just be the reason why the team might just have a really unfortunate incident. Nevertheless, a quick push should be coming out onto the side here. And if somehow Team Mahi doesn't stop this aggressive push, it might just be the end of them. But the crossfire is better, and so is the aim, as it is going to be Flex coming in from right above. Now Helep spotting one, and it's going to be the trades also good, as it is going to be Team Mahi ending the first half with a 7-5 scoreline.
Switching sides.
Scoreline. Getting a 5-round wins on the attacking side and the map was split is actually good, and it is also looking good very well for GodLike Esports. Now all Team Mahi have to worry about is how to execute certain things. If they have any strats under their pocket, they better roll it out right now, because if they need to win this tournament, they better act fast and not let them get those guns by losing the first pistol round, because the pistol round is what I say all the time. It's going to determine your economy for the next few rounds. And if you let it go, if you let it slip away, then GodLike Esports on the defending side with a better weapon, that's going to be a little bit of costly.
Not only a little bit, a huge chunk in the economy is going to be taken off of their hands, and I don't think anybody wants that. That Maker now getting a little bit of a tag early on in the round. I think that's still okay as long as he's staying alive, because we have seen how this man can perform, and that is what I was afraid of, as Antidote will be taking him out of the server. It's going to be the man advantage coming out very early in the round for Team Mahi. The man advantage is good, but it can get better, and only better for Team Mahi, as they do have the round advantage as well. White Horse now a little paranoid about where exactly people are pushing him from, because the entire Heavens is now up for grabs. Anybody can get the mid control as well as Heavens, and there's no really contesting to it. But now it is going to be the push that determines what's going to be happening as the people push in through, and it's going to be Team Mahi somehow trying to make their ends meet. But Helef tapping away with the classic, not able to hit the shots, and the flash should be good. But Shivy pulling out the flash in the wrong time is what's really going to cost them this round. Now the quick rotation coming in as Antidote will be spotting him out, but White Horse coming in from behind is going to be so daunting, so dangerous, and B main has been smoked off. The taps with the ghost is even better, but there it is, White Horse landing first, and it is going to be a quick train of frags as right away shuts them down. 8-5.
Looking good for Team Mahi, as winning the first round will get them plenty of economy to work around in the second round, as they will go in with the big guns as well. Oh yeah, it's the full Spectre buy with a full armor. Gonna look a little bit problematic for GodLike Esports, but Deathmaker surprisingly is going in with a Sheriff and not the classic ghost buy that we have always seen him for, with 11 kills and 9 deaths. It is kind of looking a little bit rusty for GodLike Esports, but I think there is chance for them to pick the pace up.
I mean, they have done it before, right? They have lost certain rounds in a row and somehow managed to take games to overtime, and not only to overtime, and they have actually won out those maps as well, like we've witnessed before on not only Haven, Ascent, Icebox, but also Unbind. Now that we are on the 5th map of the day, it has been such a long day of just going through such wonderful maps. I won't be surprised if Team Mahi somehow take this win right out of GodLike Esports' hand, like, you know, stealing, I would say, candy from a little child. It really is the underdog showing that even if we are the new team, we can give you a tough competition. Well, Scally now into his mid will soon be getting a nice shot in, but oh, look at Hevan. He's even stronger with the classic in hand. There's really nothing that can be done, and look at it. All the players of GodLike Esports are so low on HP now, with 3 people almost down to nothing. It is going to be the players of Team Mahi reallocating towards B bomb side. The spike should get planted any minute now, but it is going to be mostly the tag that matters. That Maker clearly was lucky there as he just escaped the initial damage and got a little bit of a healthy tag on his teammates, but Antidote is going to be quick on the trigger finger as he lands a nice kill onto him. Now, 5v3, and oh, that is it. The peak coming in from right to ace and missing at the wrong time has to be dangerous, and the eco win might just be a dream come true. And Hevan now with 34 HP, tag being away. This is looking so daunting, so dangerous, and the dash is heard. But Hevan now has to be very careful as he sticks the bomb halfway. He's going for the halfway mark. He won't go for the full, but there it is. An eco clutch coming in from Hevan. Good stuff. Not good, actually wonderful stuff coming in for GodLike Esports.
Wonderful indeed. A wonderful, marvelous, amazing, whatever you have to see. I would have used all the words over here just to describe the amazing round that played by GodLike Esports. Did not really see that coming.
1 second,
But
people.
like I
gotta
said,
visit the Astral to play
you
some
have
stuff.
the opportunity to dominate over Team Mahi if you are on the defense side. And that is what exactly it's going to force Team Mahi to go in with a very hard eco, and Sheriff and Classic by only can't really do a lot. But let's see what will be the result in this round.
Well, this round is already looking terrible as Deathmaker is going to be landing the first kill early out into the round. Right to ace has been taken off the server. And essentially, it is going to be a 5v4 clutch situation for Team Mahi. Now, Excali's positioning, he's just given mid. He has been given mid, like, essentially for free, while there are 3 players stacked up in towards a bomb site. Flex, though, landing a beautiful shot right to Antidote's chest is going to be setting the pace of the game. Amaterasu with spike in hand. Excali hearing all the bullets but misses his initial shot, and that's going to be a nightmare as Whitehorse is just tapping away with the Phantom. Phantom so lethal at short ranges. It's going to be LF now having to deal all alone with Hevan. But Hevan with the Spectre in hand, yeah, you're not going to get past that.
Not gonna get past indeed, but this is looking good for Antidote. I mean, not for Antidote, for Team Mahi right now, as they have a lot of economy to work around with, and the big gun will be rolled out from Team Mahi. As they will be going in for a execution, most probably. But not to forget, the Deathmaker is also standing there still, holding his guard. It's not to let anyone win. Once again, the Jet versus Jet gunfight will happen. To get to witness against to see who is the better Jet.
Now there it is, the push coming in from Team Mahi as they're trying to make sure that this equalization in scoreline doesn't happen for GodLike Esports. Damage, tags, none of it has been given in yet, but I think Excali missing his satchel might just be the reason why. It might be a dire situation, and that was a dire situation. I was afraid of his flex, and GodLike, oh my god. Just the insane amount of aggression coming in from GodLike Esports as they equalize the scorelines 8-8. GodLike Esports not shutting down anytime soon.
Looks like it might be an easy wrap-up for GodLike Esports, because you have gone through the attacking side with a score line of 5-7. All you have to do is just stick your defense side. And a quick timeout will be coming in from Team Mahi. A quick tactical timeout, as they need to come up with certain strats that needs to be taken against a team like GodLike Esports to get certain rounds under their hands to be just secure. GodLike Esports looking stronger than ever. I did not really expect that GodLike will come up with a gameplay like this, where Team Mahi will be struggling to stand a chance against them, especially in the best of 5 map. Like I said before, I thought like it will be done and dusted around from Team Mahi, but GodLike Esports is proving me completely wrong and saying that it is not the rule of Team Mahi anymore, as GodLike Esports comes in blazing with the fire and blades and all the guns that they can.
Well, the competition has never looked stronger against such an amazing team like Team Mahi. I mean, we have seen impressive stuff coming out across the board, but really, it just shows that, I guess it just really shows that Team Mahi right now is struggling. at least a little bit. We can tell that. I mean, they picked up such amazing amounts of advantage and they had the scoreline difference, which was at a greater risk.
out of my
But
way.
for some reason, they let that momentum go. And that momentum might be the reason why this map might be their downfall, as that makeup peaks aggressively. But I might have just talked a little too soon, as it is going to be Amaterasu shutting things down towards onto B-bomb side. Now the push is good and the push can be greater, but it's going to be Whitehorse now getting bombarded from all possible angles from B main and heaven, and oh god, that's just nightmare. That is a true nightmare. A 2v5 plus situation coming in for GodLike Esports. How will they manage to pull this one off? That is the real question. Need to flush off any players in the close angle. Nobody there yet. And it should be going into a save round for GodLike Esports. Team Mahi pushing up, putting up the ante, even with the eco round. They somehow managed to clutch this one up and bring in a round for their team. So that is pretty impressive.
Impressive indeed, and I guess that it will be a smart choice for them to go in for a save, but hell if won't let that happen. Flex, on the other hand, will be like, it's gonna be ever ready for every single threat that might walk into him.
Well,
It's already looking very good for GodLike Esports. They have a tons of economy to work around with the economy touching to 8,900. You can tell that GodLike Esports is already having a good time.
I got enough time to go into the Astro 4?
well, we do know that obviously, right? Look at Team Mahi's economy right now. It's not too bad. They can still buy if they'll lose the next round. But GodLike Esports, on the other hand, I think it's safe to say for the next 2 to 3 rounds, their economy is like a safety net. They can easily fall back on it, and that was not supposed to happen. That Maker getting taken out early in the round has just been the reason why the man advantage comes so much into the favor of Team Mahi, as it's going to be a quick push out towards the bomb side. Flex now, clearing out all the possible angles through the smoke, and the spam is not going to connect onto anyone, unfortunately. It still is going to be Shivy getting caught with his pants right on at the bottom as the smoke dissipates in the wrong timing. Nevertheless, a 3v5 clutch situation coming in for GodLike Esports. Very slow pace, nothing too aggressive yet, and the utility by Astra is perfect as Flex manages to get the first kill down onto right to ace, but instant trades coming out onto the board here, as it is going to be Heaven down to 11 HP and Shivy with a full 100. But he has to go in for the save, and the save is the wisest option here. Good economic damage onto Team Mahi though, very good.
Good indeed, and that is what kind of let Team Mahi go in with a score difference of 10 to 8. So GodLike Esports needs to step up the game and again try to equalize the score as much as possible. With a lot of economy to work around with, they will go in with the bigger guns once again without any hesitation, even after the last game end. And honestly, if I have to say, if GodLike Esports needs to improve, they would better not let Deathmaker die first. Deathmaker is a very crucial part of GodLike Esports, and he has managed to secure a lot of rounds for his team, but dying very early is what is letting the whole team fall down and crumble like a bread dipped in water.
Yep. You don't expect it to happen that often, to see Deathmaker getting shut down so early in the round, and that's exactly what I was talking about. This is what's really, this is really what sends the cookie to crumble, as it is going to be 2 beautiful kills coming in for Shivy as he manages to pull off the spray somehow. And, good timing on the pull as well. But the gravity well is not going to do them any good, and neither is a stun. Now both the players in towards B bomb site, whereas it's going to be one player positioned in towards Wentz. He can possibly make this lurk work out for himself, but the alarm bot is obviously even better in this situation. Oh, Flex secures the play and pulls out the name at the wrong time, and oh, there it is. That's the shutdown that I was not expecting from Team Mahi, as Hellf takes him out of the server. Now a 2v3 clutch situation with a lockdown to work with on Team GodLike Esports. No economy. But if Heavan manages to get the one round, he will get his Cosmic Divide, and the second one is good as well. Third one is in pursuit, and it's not gonna work out for him. But the lockdown is there, and the sound cue has been given right to East now in a very tough situation, as he's going to try to get the spike planted. No fake plant coming in from him either. So it seems as though this is going to be a done and dusted round, and there it is, Whitehorse shutting things out of the server, while it is going to be GodLike Esports successfully clutching up another round.
No, you don't deserve
Whitehorse being the bottom fragger, also getting the last kill, gonna save GodLike Esports in the last round, where they're closing up the gap between the score of Team Mahi and GodLike Esports. It's looking pretty impressive from GodLike Esports as things are working towards their favor. Team Mahi not looking very bad on the economy as they're going again with a full buy, and looks like it's gonna be a split push coming in. But like I said, if you're gonna let Deathmaker die fast, there's a very little chance of you to win. It was the last round. I actually thought that GodLike Esports has no chance to win it, but somehow they managed to pull it off just because Right to Ace didn't have the correct information of the settings of the last player.
Well, it really is hard to tell who's going to be clutching this one out and who's going to be winning it out. But look at Antidote. Very much aware that Vence has been left completely up for free, that he can make use of this and try to get the mid vent control, while there's a lot of pressure still in towards mid. Now the vent control has been taken, but how does Antidote exactly capitalize on this? That's the real question. Still slow and steady wins the race, and that is really going to be the reason as to which team is going to be taking away this map and the final map of today. Still no sudden movements, no aggressive movements, and there it is, the aggressiveness, the utility usage just on time, where Shivi is now waiting in towards Ali. Heavan with the Cosmic Divide to work with as well. It can possibly be a very simple situation, but the rotations coming out onto the board here, and I'm not entirely sure what they're going for. Yeah, they are going in for that A push, but only 23 seconds to work with, and they might have just wasted too much time, as it is going to be a quick A side execute. The utility has been better, never been better than this, and oh, Flex so good on the aim that it's going to be Deathmaker closing out this round. What an amazing round coming in for GodLike Esports.
Amazing, and then which is also kind of balance out the score of 10-10. A really impressive round coming in from GodLike. Did not really see that coming, where GodLike Esports, I mean, I thought that the series of frags will go on throughout the round, but it just all got concentrated at the last few seconds of the round to get over. They didn't really have a lot of time to work around, and I think that they should have decided what exactly to do a little faster, because time is all that is ticking down, and it is important to manage your time very properly, as you don't get a lot other than 1 minute 40 seconds to work around.
I mean, can I call it a bit tedious? Because, you know, the teams are just going, the constant back and forth gameplay is tiring. Not only for me as a caster, but also for the viewers, because we are so nervous and so anxious to see what's going to happen next. Who is going to be winning out this next round? And in fact, the entire map. What exactly is going to happen? That is the real question. Now, very slow execute coming in from Team Mahi. They don't want to make any mistakes here, as it is going to be a very important round that may decide the way the economy works, but it's going to be Heavan landing a beautiful kill, which will get instantly traded out. The revive is also there, so it is going to be a full-blown 4v5 retake coming in for GodLike Esports. The lockdown never been used in such a way, but there it is. The anti-lockdown also been used, so it's all about a race against time, and which team can use that race against time to their advantage, as all the players will hurry on and scurry back down towards the corners of the site. There it is. Of course, should come in any minute now, and that's a utility usage that nobody expected to come into their way, and the flash is good. But what can be better as all the three players are rushing out, and oh, it's looking just so menacing, as Team Mahi is completely and utterly shutting down whatever GodLike Esports had in mind.
1 round required for Team Mahi to take it to the match point, and 2 more rounds that is required for Team Mahi to go home with a happy face winning the tournament. of the Pro League of CORSAIR Rising Champion Association with Elite Hub. Now, I have to let you guys know that if you guys have missed out any action that any of the team has performed, any of the invited team that has been performing for the last couple of days, make sure to subscribe and follow Elite Hub's YouTube channel as well as the Instagram, where we have kept an update of the score differences and the match wins and loss from each team that came in. Not to forget that each and every game that has happened so far was best of 3, and the final is in the best of 5, and the entire tournament has been following a round robin format. So that was a couple of days that we have seen amazing gameplay coming in from all the amazingly talented teams of the Indian esports community in Valorant.
Exactly. And I mean, looking at the scoreline right now, only 1 round advantage coming in for Team Mahi. But still, there's such a long way to go for GodLike Esports. They still have to work on the economy and how they're going to be saving up for that economy. And how exactly will they be converting that over to a round equalization? Or how will they stop Team Mahi from going into the match point? That is a real question.
The timer has been stopped for some difficulties, I guess, facing from GodLike Esports, where Whitehorse is facing a little bit of problem over here. But looks like the teams are ready and the timer should start any moment as we walk into the next round, where we can see is either gonna go to the overtime. I mean, not overtime, to the match point, or might as well equalize the score between GodLike Esports versus Team Mahi.
Well,
what do you think is going to happen? Do you think GodLike Esports might as well bring it back up and win the entire tournament? Or do you think it will be Team Mahi, who has always been dominant in the esports scene?
I don't know if calling GodLike Esports at certain points of time would really be the right statement as an underdog, because they're really not. I mean, they're so dominating that it seems as though nothing really affects them as much. So, yes, of course, a little concerned as to how exactly will Team Mahi be willing to play this one out. But I do believe that we are still going to be going in for the pause. So before we hop right back into the game, of course, just completely crack open your fresh can of Red Bull and get drinking on it, because this is the last couple of rounds that can possibly decide who is going to be the victorious one in this situation, because I sure as hell can't wait to find out what's in store for us next.
Exactly, and while we are waiting for the players to come and join back in the game because of some issues that they're facing, why don't you guys just go check out elitehubs.esports on Instagram and make sure you follow elitehubs.esports as well as CORSAIR India if you want to get yourself some amazing equipments for your gaming setups. Not to forget that this event was sponsored by CORSAIR and also giving us an amazing, wonderful chance and cover up such an interesting gameplay that is definitely going to put me on the edge of the seat, as we see a lot of crazy stuff happening around in.
Hello? Okay, so I do believe that we are going to be seeing a quick timeout coming in from Jelly. That's rather unfortunate, but yes, the crazy gameplay is going to be here, and I'm here for it. I definitely am. So we should, yep, and there we are. We are back on to the scoreline, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting back into the game. Now, who's going to be winning this one out? Nobody really knows. It's so close. It's just putting me on the edge of my seat that I don't even have an answer for it. Now, Team Mahi playing very aggressively in towards mid to get that early on mid control. But as we can see here, it's going to be Excali trying to push him through. A little risky there, but he has been a very confident player like before, and he will continue to be that confident player that we expect him to be. Quick heaven take as well coming in for all these players, as the Flash will be pushing back any sort of an aggression coming in from Team Mahi. Now there it is, the push is so good, it's got Flex will be landing 3 beautiful kills, and there it is, the shutdown that we didn't expect that was going to happen. GodLike Esports coming in with the score that we didn't. But it's got Flex aggression coming in from Team Mahi. Now there it is, the push is so good, it's got Flex will be landing 3 beautiful Ladies and gentlemen, this is looking like some menacing sort of a gameplay. But do we really know what is going to happen while we load into this map?
Turret out.
Well, Jelly, any thoughts on what we are going to be waiting for and what we are going to be witnessing very shortly?
Not really sure what's gonna happen, but like I said, every time GodLike on the defending side, it is a little bit of positive. I mean, like it is positive for me that GodLike Esports might as well win the defending side as well as take it to the. It might go on to the overtime because looking at the Team Mahi's performance on the attacking side, even though I said that this could be a defender sided map, Team Mahi is not leaving any loose ends as they have already secured 4 rounds on their side in the attacking side. But what we have seen that GodLike Esports has somehow managed to take up 6 rounds on their behalf. It's gonna be looking a little difficult as Antidote gets the first kill, putting GodLike Esports on a very disadvantage. 6 guys gonna get the second kill.
And that was a sticky situation that it did not expect for the players of GodLike Esports to be experiencing. What a great round, and there it is, the equalization of the scoreline, turning down and converting to a possible match point, coming in for Team Mahi as Whitehorse will be making a whole lot of sound in towards heaven.
Turret out.
The turret placement perfect, but nobody peeking that turret yet, as one player will get spotted up. The flank is damn near perfect as Excali shuts him down, and the match point coming in for Team Mahi.
Match point.
Match point coming in from Team Mahi, and I did not expect that Team Mahi will have any sort of ground to stand on, especially when you got 7 rounds on defending side. All you have to do is just fetch out the other round that you need to win in order to make a strong stand on the attacking side, which is what they have exactly done. With a score difference of 12 to 11, it is looking still hopeful that it might go to an overtime, as well as it can be a shutdown if Team Mahi wins this round.
Well, this is dangerous, but Team Mahi now all in towards B mains. This can be the decider that we have been waiting to witness. We have been waiting to see. And that it is. The push is good, and the push is even better, especially when you have Heaven on the other side of the ordeal as he manages to get one. Not good for the second as it will get traded out immediately. Good train of frags coming out onto the board here, but oh god, this is going to be a 3v3 clutch situation for GodLike Esports. Will they be able to take this to overtime? That is the real question, as it is going to be Flex coming in through towards Ali, and Antidote coming around, and it is all down to Flex as he will spot one, but instant trades come out onto the board here. And ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to Team Mahi for winning out the entire grand finals, and of course this pro league of CORSAIR Rising Champs in association with Elite Hubs. Whew, what a long day it has been.
A long day indeed, with the best of 5 maps coming in from both GodLike and Team Mahi, where we have witnessed an amazing gameplay coming in from both the teams, as we have seen not just Team Mahi dominating over GodLike on certain maps, as well as we saw GodLike dominating over Team Mahi in 2 maps as well, leaving it to all 5 maps being played on the grand finale of CORSAIR Rising Champs, where we have seen not a single flaw that came in from any of the team. Where we have seen amazing gameplay, not just amazing gameplay, but an amazing support that came in from all the players, and as well as to all the viewers. Thank you for staying so late and watching every single action. Not to forget about the amazing gameplay that has been performed by none other than Deathmaker as well as Antidote, the 2 Jets who has been fighting head to head just to provide who is the better in the team. And also, if you guys have missed out the amazing frag machine gameplay that came in from Deathmaker on the second map, if I'm not wrong. Second map or third map?
The third map, yeah.
Third map with 43 kills is just insane. And looking at a literal carry coming in from a Deathmaker and a map of Ascent, I guess it was.
Yep.
Where 43 kills and a carry of the whole team. You don't really expect that to see in a grand finale, but hey, it's the grand finale, and we are bound to see some amazing gameplay that came in from all of the members in Team Mahi as well as GodLike Esports.
Well, yet again, thank you for all the love and support that you have been giving us over the past couple of days. I hope you have made sure to crack open your fresh can of Red Bull and had the opportunity of witnessing every match on Elite Hubs, not only on YouTube, but also on Facebook. Now, irrespective of all of the amazing events, only on YouTube, good things but also come on Facebook. To an end.
Yeah.
Now, but
And me on
all
Insta.
of the amazing events, but all good things do come to an end.
Yeah.
Wait,
एक
don't forget.
ये डायलॉग है ना, मैंने सुना है, ये डायलॉग मेरे दिल पे लगता है, ये डायलॉग मैंने सुना है, ये डायलॉग मेरे को कतई नहीं पसंद. कल आना.
And CORSAIR Rising Champs is having an amazing event right after the Pro League, which is going to be the CORSAIR Rising Champs Streamers League, where you'll get to catch up on all that action. So don't forget to like
मैं हूँ
and
क्या?
subscribe to Elite Hubs and follow them
मेरा
on
इंटरव्यू आने
all
वाला है,
social
रुको.
media platforms to stay up to date with all the new happenings right here.
Yeah.
Now, also, don't forget to tune in to tomorrow's set of matches of the Streamers League and make sure to be there
कल
to
भी है?
support your
मैं
favorite
किसमें नहीं हूँ क्या?
Now, yet again, thank you. And this is Shreya alongside with my co-caster Jelly. And we will be signing off now.
And we will be taking interview of Binks. Hi Shreya, hi Jelly, hi. Big fan.
Bye.
क्या रे? Ending soon? ये रुको रे. रेड मार लो रे. इतना अच्छा सेक्सी किया है रे. सेक्सी किया है, रेड मारो. सेक्सी गेम्स करके देखो. सेक्सी गेम्स. और मेरा इंस्टा फॉलो करो रे. एक्सक्लेमेटर मार्क इंस्टा. तुम लोग क्या हंस रहे रे? कल आना. साक्षी गेम करो. लाइक सब्सक्राइब करो रे. लाइक सब्सक्राइब करो. ये लाइक्स ऐसा कर दो रे. 4000 लाइक्स टपैक. 5000 लाइक्स टपैक. सब्सक्राइब ठोक दो एकदम. टपैक 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 फेल दो. सॉन्ग नेम उधर जाके पूछो रे. चैनल का लिंक दिया ना. नाइस कास्टिंग. हाय सुनीता. एक्सक्लेमेटरी मार्क इंस्टा सुनीता. यस. मेरे को मालूम है तुम क्या मन में सोच रही है. आई एम सिंगल. इट्स ऑल राइट रे. पूछने का पहले मैं बता देता हूँ. इट्स ऑल राइट. खुद तो लाइक कर. गाली काय को दे रहे हो? कर रहा था रे. कर रहा था. मैं हीरो जैसे एंट्री मारने वाला था. लाइक कर. लाइक करो रे. 3000 तो कर दो लाइक. गिरेबान के अंदर जाको. लाइक करने से बटन चाहिए रहता है. दबाओ. ताकि 3K करो. लिंक दो मॉड्स वापस. 3K करो सेक्सी. सब्सक्राइब करो सेक्सी. सिंगल अवार्ड. तेरे नाना नाना तेरे नाना मेरे नाना मेरे. सेक्सी केला रे. लेकिन टीम माय GGL पे. GGL पे सेक्सी केला भाई. ब्रो मम्मी का अकाउंट है. मॉड्स हाइड कर दो. हाइड कर दो उसको. दिल पे लगता है रे. इतना घंटा बैठ के कास्टिंग करके ऐसा स्कैम दिल पे लगता है. मत कर रहे बाबा प्लीज. प्लीज दिल पे लगता है. प्लीज. नहीं हो रहा क्या तुम लोग से? 3K भी नहीं हो रहा क्या? हाँ. सब्सक्राइब तो हुआ क्या? 5K के ऊपर कितना हुआ है? 6K होने वाला है. गॉड रे. अगला टूर्नामेंट 6K. हर टूर्नामेंट अपन 1-1K ऐसा ऊपर करते रहेंगे. टेंशन नहीं लेने का. नाइस. गुड. मैजेंटा इज गुड. मैजेंटा इज क्यूट. हो गया गाना? हो गया? नहीं मेरे को वापस सुनने का गाना.
Bye.
बाय. कितना बार बाय बोलेगे रे पब्लिक? कितना पब्लिक बोल रहा हूँ? पगली. एक काम कर. अगर दिल से इफ यू थिंक दिल से इफ यू थिंक बिंक्स इज क्यूट, एक और बार बाय बोल दे मेरे को. ठीक है? ओनली इफ यू थिंक बिंक्स इज क्यूट. ठीक है?
Be signing off now. Bye.
Bye.
गांजा ने खाने का, गांजा ने खाने का। बाय बाय, पहली फुर्सत से, पहली फुर्सत से, ठीक है। बाय, कल आना, कल। छपरी, छपरी कौन बोला बे? ओके, तो 5:44 हो चुके हैं। हाँ, सो अभी इसके बाद अपन ऑफ स्ट्रीम चलेंगे, ठीक है। तुमको मालूम है मैं कहाँ पे मिलूंगा ऑफ स्ट्रीम? एक क्यूट सा किलजॉय के चैनल पे, वहाँ पे मिलूंगा मैं ऑफ स्ट्रीम। तो जिनको नहीं मालूम, पिंकसेस है चैनल का नाम, और वहाँ पे मिलूंगा। सो मीट यू देयर। उसके बाद भी मेरे को खेलने का, आज मैं पूरा दिन खेलने वाला है। आज मेरी हालत टाइट होने वाली है, रात को एकदम ऐसा टाइट होने वाला है। तो फिर भी मैं करूँगा, आज मेहनत वाला दिन है। एंड थैंक्स अ लॉट फॉर लाइक एंड सब्सक्राइब माय गाइस।
अभी मैं जा रहा हूँ एयरपोर्ट।
बहुत सुपर